flow, NBA not blow. Call 5-5, need an NBA show. With my NBA clothes and my NBA go. Rockin' in your
yes, man. That's how it goes down on the Kayne show for real, man. I'm sitting with my girl, DC Poet, man. What's going on, man? You ripped this Saturday in Cricket Riders, man. You did a fabulous job, man. Crazy, man. I really appreciate you rocking the store. Talk to me, man. Tell the people who you are.
I am DC Poet. Follow me on Twitter if you want at DA_DC_Poet. Real quick, I gotta shout out my sis Dom in the district. She was the one that kind of like introduced me to the Eddie Kayne show, so she been showing me love, so I'm showing it back. I enjoy myself at Cricket in store over in Southeast DC. That's where I'm from Southeast, so I enjoy being able to go back into the community, give back in any way I can. Had a little young boy, he couldn't have been no older than like 10 or 11, told me I was a great poet, so that meant a lot to me.
Hey man, that's so much love. You got a new book coming out of poetry that you've been working on and that you're still working on. Talk a little bit about that project.
This book, titled My Poetry Confession Soul Cry. This book is about 2.5 years in the making. When I first started writing poetry, I didn't write it thinking I would become a poet or even make a book. For me, writing poetry was just about helping me to deal with things that were going on in my life. I liked how poetry made me feel. It didn't completely make things go away, but in a moment it made me feel good about whatever I was going through in my life. So writing poetry, as I've said countless times, I feel like poetry saved my life. If it wasn't for poetry, I probably wouldn't be here right now. It's helped me deal with so many things in my life.
You want to expand on when you say some of the things you've been through in your life. What got you into poetry? Talk a little bit about it.
2010 is when I started writing it. I was going through like a really crazy time in my life. I had just broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and I was kind of going through a transformation, and I just kind of, but like as soon as I broke up with her, I was just like, dang, like I felt so alone. I just remember crying every night, just like, God, like what is you doing? Like I feel like you want me to go this way, but I go this way and I'm even more depressed now than I was before. So it was just, like I said, what I was going through at that point. I mean, it's no secret. I talk about everything in my poetry, from molestation, drugs, the relationship I don't have with my father. Like for me, it's just about confessing. It's about letting my soul cry. It's about, at the age of 25, realizing like in order to progress, like I gotta let things go and I gotta heal myself, and poetry is healing for me.
So let me ask you, you were molested in your life?
I was. It's kind of weird, like, you know, I just remember like being young, and I just remember feeling like I feel like my mom just didn't watch over me enough. Like, I feel like she wasn't overbearing enough as a parent. I just always felt like as a child, like no one loved me enough. And so I felt like I allowed certain situations to happen to me because I was searching for love, and it felt right because it felt like this was love, because I felt like I wasn't getting it nowhere else. So it's just kind of weird talking about it outside of poetry, but I mean it is what it is. Like I hope my stories. I hope my stories touch people, but I hope my stories will like just help people deal with whatever they've been through and whatever they're going through. Like, if nothing else, just use me as your example that, you know, if I can sit up here and talk about it and find the strength within myself to say I'm gonna move past it, that you can too.
Hey, real loud, man. I really respect that. What's next for you after this? Is this your healing? This is your basic healing process?
This is my healing process. Like I was telling my stepmom and a few others, I just want to bask in the moment of this book, because I realized that I'll never get this moment back. And that's to all the artists out there. The first thing you do, you'll never get that moment back. So it's like you just got to kind of bask in just putting that first whatever out. For me, that's just what it's about, basking this. I feel like it took 25 years for me to get to this point. Like, I just want to bask in this, but after, I get past this, I definitely want to hopefully maybe turn my book into a screenplay, turn it into a movie. Shout out to Tyler Perry, let's get together. I would love to work with Mary J. Blige. She's an inspiration for me. That's my role model. I became a fan of hers when I was like 14 or 15 years old, and I just saw everything she went through, and I was like, man, she went through all that and came out of that. Like, that's I love her as an artist, and I mean, just the example that she sets for women across this world. So
that's crazy, man. Much love to you. Let me ask you, what's next? What's next? I mean, like, what's next?
What's next is just pushing this book. The book is pretty much done. I'm just waiting for the confirmation that the copyrights are mine. I got the book copyrighted. As soon as I know the copyrights are mine officially, I'll publish the book. I'm looking to publish it in about 2 or 3 weeks. And just pushing this book. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm gonna say this on the Eddie Kayne show. I got a little itch. I'm a little tempted to do music, but I respect the musical art form, and I respect artists out here that have been rapping and doing it for years. So if I do any music, trust and believe, I'm gonna take my time with it. And if you hear any music from me, it's gonna be something not full of quality. I'm not gonna do it just to do it. I'm gonna do it and really put my all into it as I do with my poetry.
Well, before we go to this next video, I'll ask you to go ahead and give me some little something, you know?
That's cool. I know this poem by heart, but I'm just trying to sell this book, so I'm gonna read it from the book just so y'all get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. Is that cool? Is that cool?
Clap it up for my girl.
Now, I always give y'all something heavy, and this poem kind of heavy, but it's not as heavy as you used to. It's like a love poem. Some of y'all, I know Bills might have heard this before, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I took a page from Jay-Z with this poem, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it and get out y'all way. It's titled Poem Cry. You can't see it coming down my eyes, so I gotta make this poem cry. Oh yeah, I see it coming down your eyes, but I gotta make this poem cry. Devilish bitch I was, yet you love me unconditionally. Dying before my eyes ever was what I'm thinking. You supposed to be right here with me, baby girl, reaping what you sowed, reaping the reward for putting up with my bullshit for almost 5 years. A mysterious illness, unknown secret of mine has taken complete control over you. I feel like the time on earth is running out, dying to live, or are you living to die? That's why I was trying to do everything in my power to make shit right between us. Give it as if I sprayed a church of nuns while they prayed. Give it as if I took the innocence of a 5-year-old child. I'm on the up mountaintop. You're an agent veteran in the game of life, declining in every facet. For what I did to you, somewhere deep inside of me feels as if I don't deserve all this admiration, the recognition as the real DC poet. And somewhere even deeper inside of my veins, I feel partly responsible for the illness that slowly deteriorating you inside out. And no, it ain't the HIV, but it's probably as deadly. The stress of trying to love me, a once fucked up individual, finally took its toll on you. Where's the rewind button when you need it? Time machine traveling for poem cry isn't enough. Exercising my demons, using your pain as my storytelling to move strangers, giving the snapping ooh and ah. I know it ain't right. I need a redo. 3 wishes, Timmy Turner, Fairly our parents. I wish I could undo all the wrong I've done to you, belittling you with the opposite of compliments, leaving you alone to party with the bounce beat kings. Back then I was young, dumb, and full of cum. I'm still the lighter, though I've aged and become wiser. I was just flirting with them girls, I was gonna get right back. They say you can't turn a bad girl good, but once a good girl's gone bad, she's gone forever. I'm on forever. And shit, I gotta live with the fact I did you wrong. However, you can't see it coming down my eyes, so I gotta make this poem cry. Oh yeah, I see it coming down your eyes, but I gotta make this poem cry. That's my time, y'all.
FinallyFocusedFilms.com.
ولا تجدوا أكثرهم شاكرون. You will not find most of them grateful. So the whole idea of Shaitan, the devil, is to make the people ungrateful. And that's why all these people, they're ungrateful. I don't care how much money you have, how happy you think you are on this earth now. How can you be happy? How you gonna be happy? Give something back.
Since all y'all show them is heaven, then I'ma take them through hell. Take them to a place where babies dying in jail. Let's take them to the slums, for real. To a place where the youth still go to retrieve water in pails, no shoes. Walking on dirt, sticks and nails, where they wash up in the river cause all else done fell. It's time to show them what they don't get to see, like sifting through garbage dumps just to eat. Let's go to Kenya where it ain't all good at. Lima, Peru, where the hood is really the hood at. Cambodia where it's flies on little faces. Kindu Bay where it's thousands of AIDS patients. Imagine just for a second having a hunt. Now imagine hunting all damn day to eat once. No breakfast, just dinner and no lunch. The average man I know wouldn't last a month.
I'm asking you a question. Do we have hunger in the world? Millions of people die every day because they can't even find bread and water to drink. Bread to eat and water. Millions of people a day, every day on this earth. How you gonna be happy? Give something back.
I sit back and I thought about every dollar I spent, every dollar I made and every dollar I lent. And now I'm Diddy last, all starting to make sense. The only reason I'm around is to teach and to convince the youth that surround me. It's time to teach them right. We often beg for death cause we don't value our life. We pray during the day and lose our values at night and come up with a way to justify wrongs to rights. But what about you, Taj? You doing wrong too, Taj. I'm a hypocrite also, guilty as charged. I done gave the Gucci store 200 large. I done bought a Benz and they ain't have a garage to create a facade and show the world this is charged. But now I realize, so I'm acting on it. And ain't nobody perfect, but I'ma practice on it. And I'ma get it right, inshallah. Y'all love the old me, now this the new Taj.
Finally Focused Films.com. Finally.
Yo, man, did you see what the hell you just did? Did you see?
I know, girl. I went in there yesterday. Yes, we're going to get some stilettos. Yes, everything. Oh, yes.
Where are we going next weekend? You know we gotta go somewhere next weekend.
You know, love. We have to hit love.
Where did you do that at? He don't even have a fresh Louis. What does he have on? Did you see those shoes and that shirt? What is it?
Check my hands. Okay. Check my hands. Lego, boy, young, real. Your boy too fly. They be like rock. Your girl scream my name every time I drive by. Big money, big cars. Yep, I got it all. I define swag. Let me show you how I ball. Check my hands some. 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 Lego, shorty, I be ballin'. Similar to Spalding. iPhone 4 while your bitch keep calling. I'ma go get her, never go get her. She don't even call me Reek, she be like, yes sir. I love a yellow bone, so I hit that. I'm a motherfucker, so with a milk fat. Swagger stupendous, I recommend it. The way I rip beats, niggas gotta mend it. See between the lines, see between my eyes. Fake niggas do fake shit, don't believe the lies. You ain't talking money, I call that cheap talking. Money too large, jacking the beat stalking. I be flossing, like no other does. VIP, when I hit the club, after party, after swag boy mansion. Hey little mama, check my hands on. Your boy too fly, they be like why? Your girl scream my name every time I drive by. Big money, big cars, yep, I got it all. I define swag, let me show you how I ball. Check my hands on, yup, check my hands on. Check my hands on. Check my hands on. Check my hands on. Yup, check my hands on. I got bills like a phone that ain't prepaid. Your boy more fly than a flight on delay. You know I'm the shit, you smell the decay. I'm lighting up trees like Independence Day. You know me, I'm so far gone, and my cash about 30 yards long. Strike a pose, do it for the camera, bitch. Keep a couple hoes like I'm Santa, bitch. Go, all about the money, ho. Spend a couple G's, and I'ma make a Car door starts the inside of a Frubo. Like a thick chick with some red and some pink on. I'm navigating women like a Lincoln. Boy too fly, they be like why? The girls scream my name every time I drop back. Big money, big cars. Yep, I got it all. I do. I define swag. Let me show you how I ball. Check my handsome. Yup, check my handsome. Go check, 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 check. Check my handsome. Check my handsome. Check my handsome. Yup, check, 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 check. Check my handsome.
Man, he came back live at the DC soundstage right now with my dudes, Mr. Rangers. Much love to y'all homies, man. Like, real live, we got the video, man. The video's crazy, man. Showing love, man. Talk about who are you guys, man? Who is Miscellaneous and where you from?
Miscellaneous is a group of individuals. We here from Southside DC. We've been together since 1999, you know what I'm saying? Ups and downs, trials and tribulations. You know, but, you know, persevere to keep going, you know, pursue our dream.
Hey, real live, man. When you say through ups and downs and through the music, I know, shout out to Dog, man. He has had some issues, you know, that probably complicated it. You want to talk a little bit about?
Yeah, my man Punch right here, you know, you can find him on Twitter, PL Kayne in it. Man, he had some health issues, you know, but you know he still persevered to pursue his dream. He done had a tracheotomy, you know what I'm saying? He done went paralyzed in one hand, he done went blind in one eye, he done had to get a piece of his rib taken out, you know what I'm saying, inside and put in his throat, you know what I'm saying, so he can speak to y'all. But through all that, you know what I'm saying, he recorded an album, you know what I'm saying, and he recorded the album with the damn tracheotomy, you know what I'm saying, so
that's love right there. You want to speak on, like, Punch, what are you suffering from right now? Diabetes.
Gastroparesis. Diabetes.
And how did that come about, if you don't mind me asking?
He's been diabetic since he was 4 years old.
Okay.
It grew into something larger. I translate for him.
Okay. And what was it a little bit where you taking care of yourself like you were supposed to?
As much as I can. But when your body don't do something that it's supposed to do,
right,
all day long.
I respect that, Punch. I respect that, man. So talk about the music. Like, he's still recording. That's heavy. I salute you, man.
Yeah.
You're still not loud. And that right there, world. We're heard around the world, 34 countries. That's to tell you, you know, like, you don't give up on your dreams no matter what the issue is.
Right. Never.
What's next for you guys?
I mean, well, we started our own record label, so right now we just pushing our music. We're not looking for no deals, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to get off our feet and push our music, you know what I'm saying? And we could be inspiration for the next man to understand you really don't need nobody help, you know what I'm saying? You can do everything on your own. I mean, you need a team. You do need a team, don't get me wrong, you need a team. But to look for outside funding and all that.
Somebody pulling you up and always want a handout.
Yeah, you really don't need
a lot of times, you know what I'm talking about, baby.
Right.
A lot of people feel like you know how we hustle. I didn't ask for a handout. I really did it on my own. You know what I mean? But you got a lot of people that want a handout.
Exactly.
So when they don't get that handout, they turn on you.
Yeah.
And they start hating on you. Yeah, and that's just pretty much what you go through in music, media, and everyday life. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and also, I mean, if you're not on one accord with, I mean, if you want to do your own thing, people hate on you for that too, just because you sound different.
Hey, and that's real life, man. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, what you just said right there made all the sense in the world. Like, I respect that, you know what I mean? Because me myself, I've experienced that, so I know where you're coming from.
Right.
The question is, how do we keep moving and overcome it?
I mean, just gonna have to be more love shown, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how you overcome it. I mean, you might not agree with the next man or what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta show that man love. Everybody don't have the heart to get up on these stages and get up in front of these cameras and pursue their dream.
That's real life.
You know what I'm saying? So just because, just for the simple fact that that man got up in front of a crowd to do something, you're supposed to clap that man up. I mean, if it's some shit, it's some shit. But the fact that he got up to do what you didn't do, you clap that man up. You big him up for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't hate on the man for trying to do something. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a dream. Niggas might not be good at what they want to do, but you can't knock a man for pursuing his dream.
Man, you know what? It's not a lot of times that you run into artists that, like the interviews I've had tonight, where you have intelligent interviews where you can actually relate to what people are saying. You know, I go through a lot of times where, you know, a lot of people don't just get it. You know, and I have to understand that you guys get it. So I salute this enlightenment, man. Tell people who you are so they'll know who you are individually.
Well, I'm Mo, better known as Raphael person. Born and raised in DC. Started off singing in the church, still do sing in the church, but that's just how my grandmother raised me.
Hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that, but we all was raised like that, you know what I mean? And I think that's a part of the problem too these days, that we got away from our core values, man, and allowed the computer to pretty much control our lives every day, man. Yeah, like the internet pretty much runs our lives these days, man.
Yeah, I mean, definitely been a loss of morals. In the game, you know what I'm saying? It's, like I said, everybody, it's real easy to follow what's going on, you know what I'm saying? It's real easy to fall into that trend, but let me introduce myself. I'm DC Young Rebel on Twitter. You can find me DC Young Rebel on SoundCloud, DC Young Rebel on Instagram, Young Rebel / miscellaneous on Reverb. This is my man Punch, PL Kayne on Twitter. You can get to his Reverb from my Reverb. All you gotta do is look at the members and click on the groups, you know what I'm saying? And we just got our website up. It's www.miscellaneous, that's MISCELLANEOUS, the number 1 and the letter S.com, miscellaneousones.com. We just got that thing up and running, and y'all can go check it out. We got the video on there. We got some pictures and some bios. And y'all can see what we've been about since 1999.
And that's real live, Rebel, man. We want to see y'all rock, man. Y'all got something to give me now? Y'all just cool. We gonna cool out and watch the show, man.
I mean, right now we cool, and I mean, I can spit a 16 right here. You know what I'm saying?
We know you can give it to us like that. Hey, man, we get ready to play this miscellaneous video. Tell us where you can find you one more time on Twitter, bro.
Well, you can find us on miscellaneousones.com. I don't currently have the connection yet, but coming soon I will have it.
Alright, but once again, DC Young Rebel, everything spelled all one word, everything spelled correctly. Young is correct and Rebel is correct. And DC is in front of it. You can find me everywhere, just that. Facebook, Wayne Sparks.
All day, 3 times on Sunday, man. This my dudes miscellaneous, man. I salute y'all, man. Hey, Punch, we gonna keep pushing, baby. All day on the Eddie Kayne Show. DJ C-Man, rock out.
Who the hell is this calling in from? Let me see. You never know who it is.
Always, I don't even know. I can't even fathom that.
Well, what's going on?
Go ahead and talk to her. Bye-bye.
Oh, if you love me, why you gonna hold me down? Hold me down, if you love me. Why you gonna leave me down, if you love me. Oh, why you can't hold me down? Why you can't hold me down? Cause we've been going through a thing lately. I'm trying to speak to her mentally, yeah, brain waving. But she ain't trying to let me through to her main station. So we riding in silence to the train station. But it's killing me inside and I can't take it. And everything I said, I know I can't change it. But you said some shit too, so you can't blame me. Like every time you're mad, trying to rename me. And I done called you some things I'm fucking ashamed of. Got me feeling less than a man, looking to change up. I'm praying on my knees so Jesus can change us. You supposed to be my baby, forever reclaim us. Before but the future ain't promised. The presence is now. I'm just only being honest. Just hold back your thoughts, your reprieve and your calmness, and just listen to your love speak for a moment. It's crushing me inside, just thinking that you don't want me. I swear it was yesterday I was rubbing on your tummy, talking to my baby and her beautiful mommy. But now I'm in the blender, this shit is mixing up on me. I never figured you'd want to switch up on me. Peace, love, and happiness, and good luck, homie. I ain't going nowhere, no, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so I can believe it. I ain't going nowhere, no, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so I can believe it. I ain't going nowhere, no, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so I can believe it. I ain't going nowhere, no, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so I can believe it.
If you love me, can't see you leaving me, 'cause we're supposed to be the greatest they've ever seen. So let's take our time and let's press rewind, and then we realize something just wasn't seen.
It would be easy to move on to greener pages. I'd rather put it in pot than throw on the hazards. I ain't going nowhere. See, I ain't getting cash, but I'm in it to win it. We can fix this disaster. Get some counsel and confide in the pastor. Find a will to a happy ever after. On this journey through love, what happened to the laughter? Yeah, what happened to the laughter when falling in love had us tight like turtle doves? Your kiss is a drug, I'm trapped in your elegance. This love is real here, I got the evidence. Loving you a crime, I pay the consequence. I did so to leave behind my fingerprints. See, we made a little press. Shorty, I ain't asked for this. Why we can't coexist? You got me so in love, yeah, you got me so pissed. But if you were to leave, there was something I would miss. Like when we first made love and our first kiss. Now I know love is blind, can't see it in like this. I can't see it in like this. Nah. I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so now you can believe it. I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so now you can believe it. I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so now you can believe it. I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so now you can believe it. I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't leaving. See, I be right by your side, so now you can believe it.
I never talked to them.
How did they get your number?
I don't care.
How did they get your number?
It's for work.
Work? What the Where you going? Come here. Hey, don't go, don't go.
I can't trust you.
What are you talking about? Because they're just friends. I'm trying to tell you,
Who
they're
are
just
these
friends.
girls? Who are they?
I just told you, they're just
No, stop it, stop it. I
Stop
put up
saying
with it.
it. I know,
Stop
but
it.
stop saying stop.
No.
I know I don't wanna let it go. I try to push the pedal, girl. I think I'm letting go. I know I don't wanna let it go. I try to push the pedal, girl. I think I'm letting go. I know, caught up in the middle, I cry just a little, but I think I'm letting go. Oh no, give up on the middle, I cry just a little, but I think I'm letting go.
Say, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah. Alright, I mean, it's fine. Even more quiet.
I tell you what, Ty, we're gonna call you back, bro, because it sounds like you're in a bad area, and we'll get the interview going in a few minutes. DJ, sit back, go back to the song, man. Only on the Eddie Kayne Show, baby.
In my soul, she told me she was ticklish. In my soul,
This world's full of beautiful girls, same time, I don't know what to do. Look here, look there, they everywhere, dog. Can you blame me if I want more than two? See, things have changed and things ain't the same. Now these women are the ones running games. It's almost like the prettier they are, the more they break it hard. Stop, let me start. Pretty ass, pretty lips, pretty hair, pretty hips, pretty. Oh man, that's a pretty. I'ma tell you like my mom told me. If you wanna live a happy life, it's simple, dog. Make an ugly woman your wife.
Girl, you're suffocating me, and I'm trying my best to just breathe. But
I got my dude Ty Hickson, man, from the Road Tripping Tour. What's going on, Ty?
Yo, what's up, Eddie? What's up?
Man, talk to me, man. You guys came through DC recently. You were on my show, on the Eddie Kayne Show. Talk about the Road Tripping Tour. Tell the world about what the Road Tripping Tour is about.
Man, the Road Tripping Tour was put together Miss E. Jaguar Beckford, and she, through the way of Rashida Wallace, they came and found 6 of us artists, independent up-and-coming artists here in New York City. Me, Cardi here, Nicolette, Big Slim, Struck the Kid, and Influence Get 'em. And we kind of basically just went on this road trip to Atlanta, and stopped in these random towns and cities and just blessed the mics everywhere we went,
And that's crazy, man. So tell me a little bit about that, man. So the Road Tripping Tour started in New York, came through DC, all the way to Atlanta. You stopped in a couple of other cities as well, man, performing, man. What was that experience like? What was that experience like?
It was crazy. It was so crazy, man, because they would do stuff like we would get. It was, this is also a reality show, so what they, to make it interesting, they kind of just do it in these little random situations. So we be in a town and this real small town, and they put us in some bar or just a place that was out of our comfort zone, just to see at the end of the day as an artist, can you handle any situation you're thrown into, So we were performing in some real weird kind of places, but it actually made us all better.
That's crazy, man. Real live, man. Tell me a little bit more about who you are as an artist, bro.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm kind of, listen, all I can do is go out with people have said to me, and I've been told, I've been compared to anywhere from 103,000 to rap style-wise, definitely 103,000. I get that the most. And producer-wise, my production is anywhere between Kanye, Pharrell, and Timberland, somewhere in that realm. But I like to, I like to think that I'm my own person, and I'm gonna get my own thing, so.
Okay. What's next for you, bro?
Well, what's next for me is I'm actually an actor as well, so I'm a star of a movie called Give Me the Loot, directed by Adam Leon, which actually won at South by Southwest this year, and also played at the Kayne Film Festival. So the theatrical release is March coming up 2017, and as far as my music, I'm just taking it one day at a time. I have a new CD coming out called Stars and Guns, and I'm dropping that sometime in September. And next week I'm going to France to do some more promotion for this film. So I'm just out here just trying to get my name out there.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's living, man. As an indie artist, man, you are really making waves, man, and I salute you, Ty, man. Hey, just to let you know, I'm joining up with the Road Tripping Tour DMV, man. We're going to make this real big, man.
Yeah, you have to.
And I'm looking forward to you, man, doing more work with me, man, getting on some more shows with me, bro. Much love to you.
Thank you for having me on the show, man. Thank you so much.
Man, make sure you tell everybody in New York City about the Eddie Kayne Show, man, and what we doing for indie artists like yourself. Already, man.
We gotta expand. We all gotta expand, you know what I'm saying?
Already, man. It's your man Eddie Kayne, man. I'm here with my dude Ty Hickson, man. We can ready to play that video.
Yeah.
I want you to world premiere for me. World premiere on the show, even though we've been playing it. World premiere this video.
All right, everybody in the DMV and everybody around the world, listen to the Eddie
Let's go.